Hey guys, it's me, Dat Sniper, and today I will be proving every point that Daisy Gaycha Life UwU made about trains wrong. Also sorry I'm using text-to-speech, I haven't been feeling that well recently and my throat hurts like fuck. So without further ado, let's get right into this. First off, I wouldn't exactly call this a rant, just an unaborted fetus who hasn't done her research. This really feels like the furry war, to be honest. It's just a ton of toxic 5-year-olds who haven't done their research. Well yes, some trains are slow, but that's only small trains designed for use on branch lines or in yards. Engines like the LNER Gresley A3 Pacifics, LMS Princess locomotives, Southern Railway Bullied Pacifics and GWR King classes are all designed for fast passenger trains running long distances, and cars and planes are okay at best, but they don't offer the services you'd get in the 1920s on routes such as the Flying Scotsman or the West Riding Limited. That's not the train's fault that they're noisy. You need to take into account the wheels rattling over track joints and switches, and depending on the type of train it can make either a lot of noise or no noise at all. Here's an LMS Stanier 5 mixed traffic engine going along its journey compared to a Class 66 Thrash. Well bitch, guess what? I went to the Severn Valley Railway in September of 2016 to see Flying Scotsman return to service, and I got a video, so without further ado, allow me to introduce 60,103 Flying Scotsman.
Here it comes. Go by the door. Here.
I'm not the best person to explain this part, but trains take ages to stop, and to help me explain this, I've brought a good friend of mine along. Some know him as Captain Slow, others know him as the man who never grew up, no matter what you call him. Please welcome to the stage, the one and only, James May.
The upshot of this is that on a nice, straight, level, flat piece of track, a train can reach a surprisingly high top speed despite a limited power output. The Eurostar only generates something like 22 brake horsepower per tonne, or less than a small city car with 5 fat blokes and a month's supply of pies on board. And yet, the Eurostar can do 200 miles an hour. The car will struggle to crack 70, partly because of the inefficiency and the drag created by its big rubber tyres. But on hills, which the car will crest gracefully, probably in second gear, then the train will run into problems because the gradient will add to the drag created by its weight, but the tractive force remains the same. If it's a powerful locomotive, it might well start spinning its wheels. If it's a puny one, it will probably just grind to a halt, and then the guard will come on the tannoy and blame the stoppage on operational difficulties or something like that. But the net result is the same. You miss your dinner. But for trains, hills cause an even bigger problem, which is how to get down them, because then all the braking force is concentrated in that same tiny area where the wheels meet the rails, and if it's a particularly steep incline or a particularly heavy train, or even if the rails are very slippery, then your train can run away.
Thanks for joining us on the show tonight, James. Now back to you, Daisy. Like James just said, the rails and the wheels are both made of steel, which reduces friction and allows trains to move at such high speeds, but with minimal friction, braking is a problem, which is why so many people are killed at railway crossings. The train can't simply grind to a halt like cars and buses, because friction is so low. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not going to listen to some 5-year-old who doesn't know what they're talking about.
So why don't you take your little failure, roll it up sideways, and okay, crap, I gotta go. Screw you though.
Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Expect a part 2 where I rant about her second rant about trains. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, have a good day, or evening, or night, depending on what time zone you're in.